Well, hi everybody. It has been a long time since I've talked to you about our basement renovation. And so I thought I needed to hop on here and share what has taken us so long to finally get this going and where we're at with it now. So here we go. All right, so let's start from the beginning. If you're new here, we had a flood in our basement. It's an unfinished basement, by the way. It was about a year and a half ago, and we had it kind of as a playroom guest room because we live in a 950 square foot home. This basement space is 450 square foot. No, 650 square foot. So it'll add on our home to be 1,500, 1,400 square foot, whatever that is. Creaky ceiling, someone's walking upstairs. Anyways, that flood ruined a lot of the stuff we had downstairs. We had just like a block of carpet out. So we hauled all that stuff out, threw kids' toys away, stuff like that. I had some storage up against that wall, and my husband had built a nice big storage shelf that we had there. And so we moved everything out, and we thought we were gonna get going on renovations that year. So that was 2024, summer 2024, crazy. And so that happened, and we just didn't end up getting things done how we expected. Other things took precedence. We were fine living in 950 square foot. We didn't feel like we really needed to get anything done. And so we just kind of left it at a standstill. Finally though, I guess that winter of 2024, we did get some tiling done around the base of our basement and egress windows in. So we have one behind you and one right over here. Ta-da, right there. So we got 2 egress windows put in to make it a true livable space for adding another room, because that would be legit then, because before it wasn't technically considered part of the home. So that is what happened in that winter. And then, long time coming, we finally got some more work done. So while everything was open up here, my husband took everything down and gutted the rest of the basement. So there really weren't very many walls other than like a janky bathroom here, where when you walked in, it had some bunch of tile on the walls and the floor, and you literally walked into the shower. Like, you step in and you're in the shower, and then a toilet, our water heater's over there, the radon unit was in with the bathroom, crazy stuff. So it's just kind of a weird setup. And this basement is set up very odd. It's kind of a tricky way to lay it out, and so that's where, if you continue watching or see what's gonna happen in your future, the layout's gonna be a little bit different. But it'll work. It'll be great, extra space. Okay, so everything was open up top. So we changed and fixed our electrical upstairs because it was not up to code. So we had a lot of that done. And then we had to get plumbing redone because our plumbing from our kitchen sink had 4 90-degree angles in it. So it was backing up often. Instead of just coming in down and going straight down, it like there, and up above here. So it needed to be redone. So we had a trench dug out over there, and then behind me, a big area dug out for all the plumbing that is going to be in that bathroom, laundry room area. So we thought, well, that was all dug out. Let's pipe in the plumbing correctly from the upstairs kitchen sink down through the ground here, so that we have less problems. So that took a while, getting contractors in, getting plumbers, electricians. It takes time, and I feel like in a small town that sometimes it's not always precedence for just a little home project to be precedent over a bigger project. But I got done. And then finally, here in February of 2026, the concrete got repoured, and we are gonna get framing going up. And so I am so excited for that to happen. The concrete got poured, the framing's gonna go up, walls are gonna start being built, bathroom's gonna get put together, and this space is gonna become an actual space that will be a great addition for our home. So I'll insert here what I am going to explain a little bit of the layout of how the basement will be. All right, so I asked my husband to help me explain a little bit about what's happening down here. just to give a general idea, because very soon it's going to be framed out. So right over here is going to be laundry. That extra part of the wall will be moved closer to the stairs. And so where that blue line is then going to be the bathroom, where those pipes are.
This is your wall, and this is your bathroom.
Okay. And then shower will be over here.
Yeah.
And then where this nice window is, we're going to have a little like walkway, hallway from the stairs. So the door to the bathroom will be like right here, and the laundry right here. So we might do a pocket door for the bathroom to save on space since it's pretty small down here. So then here we're going to do like a built-in bookshelf, like where one more over, like where the light is. And a built-in bookshelf all the way there. Maybe do like a bench seat or put a chair or something for the kids to have like a whole wall of books for them with like homeschool stuff and books. And then we'll do the bedroom from basically the pole over to there. So that will be the bedroom with a closet on this side. And then we'll do storage room over there. So our sump is over there. We're going to put our radon unit over there. We're going to wall off our hot water, or no, what do you call that?
HVAC.
HVAC, thank you. Hot water heaters around on the other side of the steps. So HVAC, kind of make a wall here, like a door to access that, then a way to access. This is my food room, very full right now, but then we'll do a whole storage area right here. So that's where it's at, and soon you'll get to see what it looks like all framed out. I'm gonna share what it looks like framed out because we got that done, which I mentioned. So I'm standing in my girls' room right now. This will be the girls' room, and my little oldest girl is having her quiet time right there. So the closet is right here. I might flip the camera so you can see it better. She's on the other wall where a hallway will be, but I'm gonna flip it so you can see just kind of the arrangement of what we have, just to make it easier for visualization. And then I'll share a little bit about some things and ideas I have. Well, I'm gonna start as we walk down the stairs. We have our HVAC system, and that is getting framed out, leaving enough space right over there for maintenance and upkeep, new filters, stuff like that. And then to the left immediately is going to be our laundry room. We're hoping to have washer dryer right there, put like a shelf on top or a flat surface. Then this will be open for hanging laundry, putting baskets, whatnot. This wall, like I mentioned earlier, will just get a skim coat, so it'll be scraped down. All these extra pipes will be gone right there as well. So that's the laundry area. So I'm just going to show you this. This little part is my favorite part. So this will be a full wall of built-in bookshelves, potentially. Either I'll do like full wall or have a shelf here, like something in the middle, and a wall of shelves right on the end. Then have like a chair like she's doing so the kids can read, have quiet time. I'm thinking of, we'll be doing electrical and plumbing next, so I need to think of, do I want a sconce there? Everything will be recessed lighting because it is so low, like I'm touching the ceiling here. So we're gonna do all recessed just because it makes the most sense for the size of the space. But that's why this is a little wider. It's kind of like a hallway but with a full built-in, and framing out gives you a little better visual. Then over to the right is, that will be food storage area and like clothing storage, so it'll be a mix, but it'll probably be a lot of our long-term storage food plus all my canned goods, dry goods. And then we did leave it so you can walk through this doorway, and then there's our current tiny little food storage, but that might become more like our fresh produce storage, like when I harvest my potatoes and onions and carrots, to go in that area, because it is all cement wall and being in the basement there, so I'll keep it more climate controlled. And then this area over here where I was standing is, like I said, our girls' room. Here's a door, and then their closet space, and we will bring their bunk bed downstairs but unbunk it because it's too tall for the ceilings. So it'll be probably a bed there, nightstand, bed here, something like that. And then ideas, of course, of like a dresser and cute things for a girl's room, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here, and then this will be, as we go left, here will be, it's really dark over here, there we go, the bathroom. So as you walk in, it is quite a small bathroom. In our bathroom upstairs, I did a whole video about our small bathroom renovation upstairs, that I'll put that in the description box. This will be about the same size, just different layout. So one question that I've been debating on with my husband and I is to open the door in or to have it on this side and swing it out. The reason not to open it in is because even with like an 18-inch vanity, they marked the line here, if you can see it. So the line right there is the vanity. The door swings right here. There's like 10-inch gap is all between the door and the vanity. So the door would always have to be closed if someone is doing makeup or hair or brushing their teeth, if they wanted to open any drawers or a cupboard or something underneath. So that is an issue, but it just may be something they adjust to. Now, if we do open it out, it changes the visual of this little beautiful space that I'm envisioning, I guess. So I don't know, if you have ideas, let me know in the comments below. It's kind of something my husband and I have been tossing back and forth, which way to swing the door. Funny thing to kind of debate on, but I don't want to really regret it. And if I do, I mean, we'd live with it. It's just what it is. All right, so a little vanity here, probably like 18 inches out, 30 inches wide. Then our toilet, and then we have the walk-in shower. We're not doing a bathtub downstairs. We have a smaller tub upstairs, but it works. So we will do a walk-in shower here. And I had an idea to do a sconces on the sides of a mirror, but with it right next to a corner wall, I'm not sure the electrical and the layout of the sconces would look right. So I might just do a light above because it might have to be that way. I like the look of the sconces on the side of a mirror. I renovated our little 450 square foot Airbnb, which I have a whole playlist of that as well on here that you can see, and I like the sconces alongside the mirror, but it may not be possible. And then like for storage, we might do like an over toilet storage for towels, washcloths, and things like that. That's still further out. Right now I'll be going, like I said, getting into the electrical and plumbing. So I'm really excited about having a second bathroom for sure. With having 6 in our family, one bathroom sometimes gets a little tricky. I know a lot of people do it, and it is fine. Like, we do make it work. If you gotta go to the bathroom and someone else is in there, you just gotta hold it. But it'll be a nice blessing to be able to have 2 bathrooms, and moving our laundry downstairs. So our back porch area is not technically part of the home either. It's not even insulated, but our washer and dryer are in that back porch. And it gets so crammed and congested, especially when we're going in and out that door often, putting on boots and snow pants, and even just getting ready to go to church, getting those shoes on. It'll be nice to not have the washer and dryer right there in the mudroom back porch area and have that down here and have its own little space. Now that's gonna go right over there where the wall is all black and corroded looking, because that's just, I think, the best space for it. And we're probably not gonna officially finish that out. We might just scrape the wall down and put a coat over it, not like sheetrock that area or anything. But I still think that'll be much nicer to have an actual laundry space. I also know a lot of people have their laundry in their mudroom, but it'll be nice not to have laundry falling out on muddy floors, and hoping that whatever is on the floor doesn't collect onto the washing machine clothes, into the dryer clothes. So that is just another bonus that I'm excited about. And then right now we have our 3 oldest kids sharing one room and the babies in our room. So we have 2 girls, 2 boys in that order. The 2 girls are gonna move down here to this space where I'm standing right now. So they'll get to have their own space as well to share and do what they would like with it, and the 2 boys will end up sharing a room upstairs. And then a little food room, storage room. So I enjoy preserving long-term storage, you know, like those 5-gallon buckets. I've got those full of long-term food, and I just need a space to store that stuff. Plus, like, size up clothes for the kids. So I'm excited to have even just a small space for storing that. My little food room that is currently what I've got, it's just getting too small. As our family grows, we're gonna need more canned goods and preserving of food, and even just store-bought canned goods and dry goods that I need extra space for. So I need a bigger area for that, or even storing laundry, toilet paper and extra feminine products and anything, cleaners, whatever you need that's bulk, because I do like to buy in bulk as well, to have in that space and to have it all kind of sectioned off. Because before, when it was just that open space that we had as a not true living space but playroom area, like the storage was in with the extra guest bed that we had, so it'll be nice to officially have it be its own space. But friends, that's just the update so far, and I'll probably film the framing because that's going to happen in a couple days from when I am filming this part, so hopefully you'll get to see that, and then hopefully the walls will be going up a little bit after that. And those are some fun things I want to add, some aesthetics to the basement as well, because I added like board and batten and shiplap and beadboard into some of the rooms upstairs after we had bought it, and I want to just do that right off the bat here. Maybe even put beadboard on the ceiling, because the ceiling's super low. Like, I can touch it. So it's like 6 foot ceiling, 7 foot ceiling. So it is not a tall basement with a lot of space, but I think making it kind of that cottagey feel in the basement would be really fun to do, and just have that done right off the bat instead of having it sheetrocked and then figuring out what you want to do after. So right now is the logistics that we have to figure out, and figuring out measurements and where we want everything to go, and the not so fun stuff that my husband helps with a lot more, and then I'll get to do the fun aesthetics and pretty things that I like to do. So hope you enjoyed watching this and seeing where we're finally at, and just why it was taking so long to get this extra part of our home finished. Sometimes life just happens and things get pushed off, because that's just where we're at, or we don't even feel like we didn't even feel like we needed to do it at the time. But it is now time to take care of this so that we can expand to this basement space and get it done. And we're just very much ready and excited for it to happen, and I'll bring you along in this process. So definitely subscribe, follow along for more of these videos, plus simple thrifted living, homemaking, and motherhood tips.